Better Together podcast.
Welcome to the Better Together podcast from the Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce. We're recording today from the Dashmore Conference Room and studio, sponsored by Rescued Wood Rehab. The Better Together podcast highlights local businesses each week as the Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce continues to promote an amazing business community. I am Marty Woodward, and my co-host Brad is out on assignment again, but I am very excited to be here with Ben Teabout from Vector Security. Ben, welcome to the Better Together podcast.
Marty, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Glad you're here.
Absolutely.
Glad you're here. So tell me about Vector Security.
Yeah. So we are, a pretty large security company, number 4 by subscribers, but the largest privately owned security company in the country.
Wow, privately owned. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, you worked for Vector Security, and before we got on the air here, you said you've been with Vector Security about a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
So, kind of what inspired you to join Vector Security, and kind of what's your background?
Yeah. So funny. It's one of those stories of you weren't looking for it. It found you. And I was laid off from T-Mobile actually back in 2023.
Okay.
And my current manager now, Fred, under the weather, was hoping to be here as well. He's probably out with Brad.
Hanging out with Brad. Yeah.
Hanging out with Brad. But our kids went to the same school at the time. And so he happened to be picking up his kids at the same time. Said, "Hey, man, I just started being the manager over here. I think you'd be a great fit. Is it something you'd be interested in?" And I was, being laid off, I was kind of dabbling, trying to find like, okay, what's the next route?
Right.
And went in, had a conversation with him and the GM, and here I am today.
That's great. So, you transitioned into a new role. What kind of challenges did you face when you made that leap?
So many. I think the biggest thing was I had 20 years in telecom, right? So I knew an industry, if you will. I was following the trends. I was working with so many different things. I was in wireless at the time. I did wireless cable and wireline in telecom, so I did it all. But the biggest hurdle was probably new industry. Fred was new to the industry as well. A lot of trial by fire, drinking from a water hose.
Yeah.
And so it was just trust yourself, trust the process, and make things happen.
Yeah, and you learn as you go, right?
Learn as you go.
Yeah. So, are there some unique aspects to Vector Security that maybe are different, maybe some than other security outfits?
Well, I think the biggest unique aspect would be one of the logos on my shirt and on my hat, and that we are the security partner of your Carolina Hurricanes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, not necessarily my Carolina Hurricanes.
Well,
I did mention to you I am a Red Wings fan, and I apologize to my Hurricane friends, but no, I think it's awesome to be involved with the Hurricanes. That's a huge thing and has its perks.
It definitely has
challenges,
its perks.
I'm sure.
I will say shout out Jacob Slavin, representing Team USA and the Canes, bringing home gold. Great job.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's huge.
That was an awesome game.
Huge.
It was a great game to watch.
Cool.
It's a great game to watch. So let's kind of, if you could, give me kind of a list. What are some things that services that Vector Security offers?
Absolutely. So, okay. I'll give you segments first. So we do residential. We do what we call core commercial. And then we just started, we acquired a company, CVSI, out of Raleigh. And so their niche in the industry is municipalities, healthcare, schools, right? And so we're growing into that aspect as well.
Okay.
And then in those 3 segments, like residential, we do your typical panel, security sensors, doors, windows, right? But we're also going into home automation, door locks, plugs, smart thermostats, garage door openers,
all these
right?
things.
All of these
run
things
from your phone.
run it all from the app.
Yeah.
And then in the core commercial space, we do, of course, your Berg intrusion, but our video offering is also very robust. So we can do remote video monitoring services. We can do night guard services. We can do talk down services. So, it's the video offering is huge on the commercial side. We do door access control. We do fire alarms with test and inspect. So really, I mean, we can just about be a one-stop shop when it comes to the security.
It's so, compared to your competitors, right?
Mhm.
There's different companies out there that offer security services and that sort of thing. Kind of what makes Vector Security kind of stand apart?
Yeah, so I would say that you've got some companies that really focus on that higher end, the larger commercial client, and some companies that focus more on the residential client and small business. And we do both, right? We are one-stop shop. We can, the owner of a business, we can help your house, and we can turn around and I can go in and I can help your business as well.
Okay.
And you can all be under one roof.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, I think that's fantastic. So, are there any community involvement things? You mentioned the hurricanes, obviously, that's the
Mhm.
community, but community involvement or special initiatives that Vector Security is working on?
Yeah, so I would say coming up soon, we're a pretty big chamber partner, right? We are a sponsor with the chamber, but we are going to do the senior expo here coming up soon. We're going to do the golf tournament. We did the Lions golf tournament last year. We're looking at doing that again, and we're always open to other opportunities
Yeah.
to get involved.
Well, being involved with the chamber is a huge thing, and obviously it's an opportunity to network with potential customers at the same time,
100%.
right? So, as you've kind of taken this journey the last year and a half with Vector Security, um, have there been any big lessons that you've learned?
Oh, I think the biggest one for me is trust the process, and that's not, you know, trust the process, but don't put the work behind it. You've got to put the work behind that process. But it is truly trust the process, be open to learning as much as possible, adapting to the technology.
And that technology is changing every day,
Oh
right?
my gosh, we just launched something the other day that I was at a customer's house and was reading the email, the introduction email to the customer because it happened to fit something he
Right.
needed. But it's always changing. But I think my background in wireless telecom has helped me kind of keep my head on the swivel and adapt to those
Yeah,
changes.
because wireless telecom, like you said, 20 years, right? That if you think back 20 years, how much phone services have changed, right? That went from, what was that T5 where you had to press the number three
Yeah,
times to get a text to go through?
yeah. Look, I'm not old, but I started in wireless when the first color screen phones came out.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's amazing, amazing, and it's all in the palm of your hand now. That's fantastic. Um, any future goals or upcoming projects you want to share with us?
sure. So I think our the biggest goal is really owning North Carolina, right? Like we want to be the go-to for security, in whatever aspect that may be. But we do have some pretty cool projects coming up. So 1100 Columbia, which is a big condo development in Chapel Hill. One of my colleagues is working with them. We've got a couple of municipalities coming online with us through CBSI that I talked about earlier. And me personally, I just closed International Society of Automation and working with them on their setup and looking forward to the partnership we have with them too.
That's great. That's great. So, you're out and about in the community here around Fuquay-Varina. Do you have any favorite local spots?
Well, I would be remiss if I did not mention Tom and Fat Cat Ice Cream
Fat Cat
and
Ice
Wendy.
Cream. Yeah, they get mentioned like every podcast.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they're great. They're great people, first of all,
Great people. Yeah.
right? But the fact that Wendy's making all these flavors and like just crushing it is pretty awesome. So I would say Fat Cat, and then I have to give a shout out to Miss Christie as well at the chamber. I came to town one day with my daughter, my 8-year-old, and she put us on the Mason Jar Cafe, and those buffalo egg rolls are pretty on.
They are good. They are good. Well, that's fantastic. So, what's the best piece of business advice you've ever received?
Oh, okay. So, uh, coming out of college, I'll make this short. Coming out of college, I, had some decent title roles with smaller companies and kind of feel like you got the world. And my first real leadership role in a big company, my director told me, drop your ego at the door, and changed my life. Changed my life. You can know it all or think you know it all, but there is no success without partnership.
Yeah.
And that was what I really learned from that.
That's fantastic. That's great advice. And yeah, as a new leader, right? It's a new experience.
New experience.
New experience for sure. Is there one surprising fact about Vector Security that you could share that maybe you'll be like, really?
Sure. And I don't want to mess this up, but Vector Security, in the great year that I was born, 1982, became a partner with the Philadelphia Contributorship. And
Okay.
that was founded in 1752 by Ben Franklin and his firefighters.
That's fantastic.
And it is the longest tenured insurance company in America. And
Wow.
I think that's a pretty cool association because you don't partner with a company or a group like that and not live your values,
Right.
not have integrity and not maintain that relationship for over 40 years.
That's tremendous. That's tremendous. That's a great story. That's one of those
It's so
stories
cool.
you can share. Yeah, absolutely. So, um, somebody's interested in security services, home, business, etc. Where can our listeners find Vector Security?
Absolutely. Vectorsecurity.com. You can find us on Facebook at Vector Security Raleigh. That's our local group. LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn. And our office is right down the road from the state fairgrounds as well.
Okay. So, you've been involved with the Chamber of Commerce. What's your favorite part about being an active member of the Chamber?
Oh, yeah. It's so cliche. Okay. But I tell Dustin and Miss Christie all the time, it's the people. I have been a part of other groups, and the people are really the engine of this town, the chamber, and I have not been able to have my cadence of events like I like, and that's work and personal stuff, right? Just coming in the way recently. But I would come around here sometimes and drive into town and just stop in and be like, I haven't seen y'all in like 2 days. I just need to say hi and recharge. There's nothing
chamber fix, right?
You got to get the chamber fixed. There's nothing like going to a ribbon cutting for even 30 minutes and just shaking hands, saying hi, and just being around people who want to see everybody succeed for each other.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah. It's a great community
100%.
supporting a tremendous business environment that we have here in Fuquay-Varina. So
Yes.
That's fantastic. So, Ben, thank you so much for being with us from Vector Security.
Marty,
thank you for being our guests. We appreciate it very much.
Appreciate it.
Very much. And thank you to our listeners. Join us each week on the Better Together podcast from the Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce as we highlight great local businesses and business leaders. From the Dashmore Conference Room and studio sponsored by Rescued Wood Rehab, I'm Marty. We're still missing Brad and apparently Fred too, but Ben's here.
Yes, I am.
And we are better together.
Go Canes.
We're better together. It's a weekly podcast. We're better together. You should know that there's more in the dash. We're better together. Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce. We're better together. podcast.